Welcome to the video. I am Sekin the First, and this is Kekeli.
Yes, Kekeli.
And we are here to talk about a very interesting film, one that has passed under the water, under the grass. People have not seen it much. But Kekeli brought it to our attention, saying that he discovered a gem, the one the world refused to see, and he wants to bring it to the light to shine. And yeah, Kekeli, welcome.
Thank you. Always glad to come on the show and talk about a highly underrated, smooth, delicious movie. Very yummy, good for a first date type movie. Yeah, that's it.
So far, what led to you even going to watch a Korean movie? Because the Korean I know, they normally sing. As much as it sounds racist, the only people that come to Africa are BTS. That's as much as Korean we get. As you see, BTS
has been to Africa.
No, like that's as much Korean as we get in our social media and our press.
Oh,
like, BTS comes. Like,
okay.
In the feed or something. Like everybody has watched a BTS video for. Have we clicked on for?
Nope.
I actually clicked Blackpink.
Yeah, Blackpink. I watched Blackpink.
I also watched Blackpink.
It's a guilty pleasure. I like Blackpink. No,
I didn't know how it is to see those girls.
I don't even know how to do it, but I just like watching them.
No, those girls are fine. So yeah, what led you watch a Korean movie?
I've had a very interesting relationship with the Korean film industry in general. You know, I was just fresh out of everyone was making noise about Squid Game, and I kind of got into it. But Squid Game was alright compared to other stuff I've seen, like Parasite.
Parasite was lit.
Parasite was a good movie. Won an Oscar. It deserved an Oscar. So
I did research to know the movie. The same actor acted Parasite. He's one of the actors in The Witch.
The Witch. Oh, he was also in
the villain. He's the Parasite, the guy who goes around bringing his sister.
Oh. So I don't remember exactly what got me into the whole Korean movie industry. But okay, I remember when I was a kid, I watched Iris. It was a Korean TV series.
Oh no.
That was cool. It was detective.
And I was a kid. The girl had like some nine tails gumi.
My girlfriend is a Kumiho.
I was like, it was on TV3 or something. They were playing it.
TV3. Yeah. It was TV3 that I watched the Iris.
Is it? They be out here pirating Korean movies.
But they were lit. They were good. That's the thing.
They were entertaining.
Yeah, so since the childhood, I never really watched it up till I think 2-3 years ago when I watched the Parasites, and then I watched one of their zombie TV shows.
Dead something. All of Us Are Dead.
No, not all of Us Are Dead is very recent.
The Train
to Busan. That's a movie. Yeah, I watched Train to Busan. Yeah.
Never was there. Apparently, they really rated.
Part 2 is trash. Part 1 is lit.
As long as I know what I have to watch. So part 1 is actually up there.
Watch part 1. Part 2 puts in the baller.
So yeah, that's what led you to your journey. Yeah.
I think it's the Irish TV show. That's what led me to the whole thing. And then Parasite. And then since then, I've been, kind of getting into it. Yeah. I checked out All of Us Are Dead and, Squid Game, which is kind of
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Borderland. No, that's actually Japanese.
That's Japanese.
Yeah, it's Japanese. But it's also good. It's also quite good.
All right. So, yeah. What is the name of this series or movie you have to make us understand that you want to bring to light? What's the name of it?
The Witch, Part 1. The Subversion.
Sounds very deep.
It's deep.
Oh, so what's it about?
Well, it's about this girl who, escaped from this science lab-ish, creepy-looking place, and then got into the home of this innocent farmers, and then they raised her up, kind of like Clark Kent.
Superman
story. Like the origin is similar to Superman's origin. So she grew up, but like as time went on, she's always having this strange headaches that keep really, really like messing her up and like really, really bothering her, causing her so much pain and stress. And she's naturally gifted in almost anything she does. She barely studies, and she's always topping her class, and she has this really goofy best friend.
I found out that's the first movie she ever acted.
Really?
Yeah.
Her very first movie?
Her very first movie.
Oh wow, then she killed it. She definitely killed it. Because she was pretty and scary at the point where she needed to be scary. Yeah.
No, how to explain.
Let me go back to the plot. So while in high school, she went for this audition, and then after singing, she performed a magic trick where she kind of made the mic float in the air.
Really?
Yeah. But initially in the movie, they kind of make it mysterious to the audience as to what she did that's making people calling her a magician. So as time goes on, she gets after her stunts at the singing thing, she got approached by some creepy dudes, two groups of creepy, very suspicious looking motherfuckers, and she kind of ignored them. Then again, and then At one point, some guys came to the house to kill her and the family, and then
wait, what? From magic to somebody came to try to kill her and the family.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting, very interesting. The plot twist that happens in this movie, the scientist that she escaped from the beginning of the movie, that she was captured and brought back to, she kind of planned the whole thing of her being brought back to them.
Wait, what?
Exactly. It's confusing.
So she escaped.
She escaped
to plan everything just to go back.
Yeah, just to be brought back. Just to get a drug that amplifies her powers.
Oh. Wait, she had powers, so it wasn't even a magic
trick. She had
trick.
powers, but she's been suppressing it in order not to get caught or something. And so that so-called stunt or magic performance she performed
caught their attention.
Caught their attention.
Okay.
So they would send people to come and capture them and bring back to the lab to get that drug. Just to get her hands on that drug.
And why does she want to amplify her powers?
If she doesn't get that drug also suppresses the headache.
Okay, she gets headache as side effect for the powers.
Yes.
Okay.
But the drug not only suppresses the headache but also amplifies the powers.
Is it?
So it's actually the main reason she's trying to get the drug is because of her powers.
So
it wasn't the headache, sorry.
So what powers exactly does she have? She can fly?
No, she never flew.
Laser?
No, she has telekinesis.
She can do get over here.
What?
Get over here.
Yeah, get over here.
She can do
get over here. Should I say she can do get over? Oh,
that's nice.
Well, she didn't do it to a person. Yeah, super strength, super speed, and at one point she kind of exhibited teleportation. I'm not quite sure if that's what she did or she moved really fast. It looked like she teleported.
If she has powers.
Super healing, Wolverine type shit, yeah.
Okay, if she has powers and she's fighting these people, won't she just annihilate them? The villains, because she has superpowers. The villains are humans, aren't they?
The villains are also like her. Okay, some of them are like her.
Okay.
For some reason, they're also sent against her. They're also sent to go and capture her and bring her back. They basically work for the scientist who is doing the whole experiments with the kids and everything.
Oh, because the scientists.
So none of them actually have biological parents. They were all made up in the lab.
Wait, they are clones?
No, they're not clones. They all have individual appearances and looks and personalities.
So you said they were made up in the lab. They started to generate them from a cell.
They were made in the lab, yeah.
They were made. They started to generate.
But they're not. I don't know if they are copies. We don't know if it's not revealed. That much detail is not revealed about.
Damn.
The story of how they came up.
In the future, there will be no need for sperms. If you can do this, what's the point? What's the point? So what would be the point of sex?
If you want kids, just make a copy of yourself. It's like Boba Fett.
Who? What?
Boba Fett, Star Wars.
Wrong person.
Boba Fett is a copy of his father. Oh shit! Oh.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Actually,
exact copy.
Boba Fett. There's a whole generation of
just
stormtroopers. There's a whole generation of stormtroopers that are made from clones of his father.
For everybody who doesn't understand the Star Wars that happened, you're like me. I also didn't understand that. But today we are talking about.
Okay, so it's for the Star Wars fans.
Yeah, today we're talking about Korean industry with fine babes with superpowers.
So back to the witch movie. The other people who have
superpowers,
abilities like her, none of them have biological parents, including the girl, including the witch herself.
Okay.
But
when she escaped the lab from when she was a child. Okay. Alright, and she grew up.
Now this is one funny thing I noticed in the movie. A lot of the people who are coming after her, they all seem to have scars on their bodies. It looked like as if there was some kind of fight somewhere, and there were like cuts.
Did they try and fight?
The people with the powers like her, they all had scars on their body, one part or the other, and those who didn't even have powers also had scars.
So it looked like somebody.
So it looked like there was some kind of. It didn't look like it was done with procedure. It looked like scratch marks sort of thing.
Is it
something sharp cut their body?
Something
like
a tournament.
But she's been getting the girl has been getting like flashbacks of things
her?
Of like a very violent scene where people do like a lot of bloodshed and stuff, something like that.
And the winner gets to be
tournament arc. There's a tournament arc in her life at one point. So later on in the movie, it's kind of revealed that she's the one who caused all of that.
She caused what? The scars?
Yeah.
She beat everybody.
She had been made, as she was growing up, they were training duels where she's made to fight another person. and she beats them bad and leaves a scar on them.
On everybody.
Everyone. Yeah, she said international ass whooper. She gave it to everyone. She folded everyone when she was a kid.
These people are not holding back on the story, bro. But if she's that strong, who can beat her?
No one.
Then what's the point of the
It's actually
villains?
revealed that she's on a whole league of her own.
So what's the point of the villains who come to fight her?
When it comes to the power, she has 2 times what everyone has.
Like,
Like, no one can touch
which
her.
villain was out there? Was
That's
like,
the thing. They really, how do I put it?
did they underestimate
They
her?
kind of underestimated. Yeah. You could say they kind of underestimated.
So everybody who came got slapped.
No,
They
they
got
got
scenario
folded.
where she was
They
suffering.
didn't get
she was
slapped. They got
bleeding.
folded.
Damn. She didn't suffer.
Some were sent to Jesus straight. Like
Some prefer Allah.
some prefer Allah. Yeah. So those they preference based on preference.
Based on preference, you are guess.
So you're
get
fighting
sent.
here. You just blink once and you're seeing your maker. Like that's how quick it was. Yeah.
So nobody came like a hit.
No one really did any damage.
No
one
bleeding,
could
nothing.
do shit. Oh, she did bleed, but she has super healing. So like,
No,
there's no point.
Reminding me of Lucy.
Lucy. Oh, Lucy.
It's reminding me of
Yes.
Lucy.
Yes. Okay. No, Lucy's.
Lucy at 100% is crazy,
Goku
but
crazy.
yeah, but it's giving me that vibe. But you see, I want to train this guy with some black hair. He was making things float. He looked like he's a villainish.
Yeah. That guy was.
Is he?
I thought he would be an accomplice.
brother.
Yeah, not necessarily brother, but like I don't know, like boyfriend type. There'll be some kind of romance between them, but that was nothing like that. Yeah, he was also working for the scientist chick, so he also got folded.
Everybody got folded.
Everybody got folded.
Nobody was left.
No one survived. No.
Everybody
Except
got
her
wiped.
parents and her
So
best
what's the
friend.
point of the part one if everybody got folded?
The point of the part one, you see the part one, the creepy scientists are trying to get her back to either continue experimenting on her or kill her. One of them. But unknown to them, she had her own plans to get back and get the drug that we needed to suppress the headache and
So now
amplify
her
her
headache
powers.
is gone effectively, or she still or is
No,
she
it's not a permanent solution.
Okay,
So she's basically off on a journey to find a permanent solution to her problems.
that sounds like trouble.
Hmm?
That sounds like trouble.
Yeah, it sounds like trouble. Hence part 2 coming up.
Oh, is it? So the part 2 will be the journey for her to find a
So
permanent.
part 2, basically, yeah. It's
What
sort
is
of
this? Give me the boys vibe, man.
the boys.
Give me the boys vibe.
The violence is cool. It's nice.
It's crazy action.
It's
innit?
crazy. Yeah, it's cool action. There are a lot of fight scenes. To be honest, you have to watch the fight scenes very carefully because I saw one thing that just flipped my mind. Like I was like, I did not think of this, but wow, this is actually smooth and clean.
So let me get it straight. Good story, good action,
Good action.
the graphics, the cinematics, the CG,
Clean. CGI clean. Plot clean.
fine woman,
Fine
hot
chick.
babe,
Hot babe.
sexy woman.
Mhm.
I can't emphasize anymore.
Guaranteed,
Fine
yeah.
woman.
We don't know
The rest I
age,
don't
so-
really care about. No, the woman has to be grown. Let's Google
No,
her age.
she's 2 years older than me, so
The what?
the chick.
What? She's 25.
Yeah, she's 26.
Look, how old are you? 24.
24, yeah. But at the end of the movie, the creepy scientist in the beginning has a twin sister who is kind of agreeing to help her find a more permanent solution to her problem.
I'm more curious as to.
And the scientist also has, the scientist's twin sister also has a
The scientist
daughter.
who created him has a twin sister, and that twin sister is helping her
has agreed to help her.
find the cure for her.
So meaning the scientist's twin sister also has, knowledge on how to create the permanent drug. or
Yeah,
whatever.
I need to find the whole origin story, how they started this experiment, all of it.
They don't really go into detail on how they started
That's the
or
part
why they started.
So how you rate this movie? Is it
Oh,
worth
it's
your
clean.
time?
Oh, it's worth
every-
your time. I will give this movie a rating of solid 8. Solid 8. 8 over 10. Solid 8
You
over 10.
realize we don't do no liquid or gas here. It's always solid. 8.
Solid, always solid.
That's what matters. You get it. Well, I see.
Maybe a little plasma every now and then. Still 8 though.
So for you, is this the best Korean movie you've seen?
I wouldn't give it my best Korean movie. Best Korean. It's Korean movies and TV. It's a mixture of TV shows and movies. So I can't really pick one thing above all of them.
But this is worth everybody's time.
Okay, when it comes to action, I think this is the best I've seen so far.
The best action you've seen so far.
That I can remember offhand.
Let me
put it
say
that
this.
way.
Does this outdo Hollywood? Does it make some Hollywood
All
movies
of
shine?
Hollywood?
No, some Hollywood movies. Like right now,
Some Hollywood movies, yes.
we watch
yes.
Firestarter,
Yes. Oh, it's Ford's Fire.
John Wick. John Wick 1. I'm going to do John Wick 2, John Wick 1. Pair or just a little bit down.
Maybe. Pair.
That's some hard movie.
It's a hard movie. It's a hard movie.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. It looks like I'm going after this. I'm going back to watch the action scenes again because I feel like I didn't capture everything properly. Because there's some things. There was one point where someone brought a gun so close to her face, and then she used the back of her hand to block it, but she's holding the gun.
Right?
Right?
So it will deflect.
So the bullet won't go through her hand entirely. It will hit the gun inside of her hand and block the bullet.
Makes sense. But when the bullets ricochet and hit the guy?
No. It's going through her flesh.
So the speed and everything.
Yeah. So you think it was impromptu, but it was actually very well calculated just to avoid the bullets from going through and hitting her head. The guy was aiming for her head. So she just blocked it with a metal and with her hand.
Yeah.
And then she just looked at her hand and the wound just closed.
You see, the moment you give somebody superpowers and give them healing
and teleportation and super speed and super strength, like.
And you know the funny thing, it's from the way they only are describing it. I'm sure if she over time gets stronger, like more abilities. Because this girl is
she claps Goku.
I'm looking for a very good American movie that I know that if I say people will be like, okay. Like I want the one that ladies are leading. Damn.
Ladies are leading.
Yeah, like a good American movie that women are leading.
Oh, it's I'm not gonna lie, that would be difficult to come up with. Oh, Peppermint.
Peppermint, I didn't really.
She's basically a female Punisher.
Is it?
Yeah, because Punisher kills, wipes all cats.
But this one will outshine Peppermint.
Yeah, it will. This movie is just.
And the funny thing, when did this movie come out?
2017.
17.
Yeah.
And it's still up to date, beating these movies. 2018. Wow. Well, peeps.
The part 2 is called The Other One, so watch out for the part 2.
Ooh, what if they create another one like here?
It's literally the title. It's called part 2, The Other One.
No, the other one can be literally like another lab that is being created. But what if they created the exact version of her, a clone of her?
This chick's IQ is over 200. I wonder what the clone, a copy of her.
The director was just like, you know what? Put it there. Abilities. What ability do I need? Flying is generic. Laser is generic.
Flying is generic.
Super speed. Right.
Super intelligence. Like the ability to think and plan her life to an exact detail.
Wow, now you've hyped me up. Now I want to see this movie. If it's a strong 8, because when John Wick for me, the part 1 is a strong 8. The part 2,
I'll give the part 2 7. If part 1 is 8, part 2 will be like 7 there. 7.8 there.
Well, no, so only 2 have come out, right?
3.
Oh, then the 3 I'll give 8.9. The one I'll give 8.8. The one that do it like John Wick, oh, John Wick. They were fighting some 2 people and they were like, head of John Wick, but they're speaking foreign language. John Wick pull out his belt. You're like, alright, I have to laugh. The part 3, I enjoyed every scene.
Oh, that funny, all of those funny motherfuckers.
Every scene. Like, everybody was out. We are debating. Nah. But part 3 was hard. Part 3 was hard for me than part 1. Part 3 was really hard.
And part 1, I don't know, it's like everyone, I fear the way John Wick is going, they will end up overdoing things like Fast and Furious.
You think they care? You know how much money they're making?
The money they care.
America has sold out. They've sold out their
ideas.
Right now, we shipped into the Korean industry because it's seeming like they can.
They are bringing like a lot of fresh ideas. Even if they do something that's based on an old idea like zombies, for instance, they can do it so well and so many times you actually don't get bored of it.
Doing one thing I can proudly say about Korean movies from my point of view, their part 2 is terrible. They don't know how to do season 2 or part 2 of anything well. It's so terrible.
Like what? Oh, Train to Busan.
In
Train to Busan part 2 is shit.
Any series they end, they're like, let's do season 2. Terrible. Bro, it's so terrible. So do you think I can hope for it? It's a continuing story.
Back and look through everything.
I don't think I hope for it if it's a continuing story. Like if it's already planned out. But if it's like the part 1 did well, so let's do part 2.
Yeah, they try to capitalize on the part 1.
That's terrible. Their part 2s is not it. But you know what?
Okay, I think that's where Hollywood actually kind of excels.
But when is part 2 coming out?
Part 2 is coming out this year. In about a month or 2 from now.
Well, we are all the way in Ghana, so ain't gonna be that cinemas. Nobody out there being like, "Ooh, let's go watch some Korean movie." Nah, not gonna be.
June 2022.
They
Whoa, this month.
I just put it on streaming platforms so I can buy the streaming service and
We'll pay
watch
for it and we'll watch it. We'll stream it
because we
respectfully.
never download, we stream.
No torrent, no downloading.
What's the point of that?
Nice download.
We are big people,
Respect
big men.
cinema.
And honestly, this looks like it's gonna be really good. So why not? Why not?
It looks promising so far. Yeah.
All right, that's a wrap up. The only thing we can say right now is go watch
Go watch The Witch and watch out for the part 2.